Hello, and welcome back to my channel, LNS Journey. I am so delighted to have you here. In today's video, I'm going to be going over my 18-month financial plan. I will also be doing my budget for my second paycheck in November, and I will also be planning out how I plan to use my bonus that I'll be getting at the end of this month. If you're interested in any of that, please stay tuned. Okay, so before I get into today's video, I did want to bring everybody up to speed on what has changed since I posted my video for my 2022, I guess October of 2022 into September of 2023 financial goals. And then also I had posted a budget for my first paycheck for November. And then I kind of stopped. So I kind of changed gears. I had a meeting with my financial advisor and learned some new things about my long-term goals, and also I had to do some self-reflecting to see how I wanted to change things up. So from my meeting with my financial advisor, I learned that I actually am doing way more than I need to when it comes to investing and for my retirement, pretty much. So I didn't realize this until I met with my investor, and so I kind of wanted to change gears just to bring everybody up to speed on my retirement goals. It basically is that I want to be able to retire early at 55, and even before that, I want to be able to go part-time at 45. I'm currently 36, so that's just 9 years away. So I had some pretty lofty goals to go along with that, and realizing that I am actually much closer than I thought, and that I don't necessarily have to put so much money away, it made me have to it pretty much made me sit down and really think about, okay, how am I going to achieve these goals? How does this information change my perspective on what my goals are? So that's what I'm going to be sharing with you today, my 18-month financial plan. I realized that if I just put a little bit more away now, I can definitely make a lot of changes to my financial situation 18 months from now. So that's why I had to create a new plan. So I'll be going over that with you. Also, I'm using a different notebook. I went and purchased this yesterday. It's just a regular 5-star notebook. It's one of the smaller ones, but it has 5 sections. So what I'm planning to do with this 18-month financial plan, I'll show it to you. Oops, wrong page. Here is I broke it down by 6 months. So each 6 months I have my main 3 goals, financial goals, and I pretty much focus on which one's my first, like my priority, second priority, and third priority. So the one, whatever's first priority is the one that's going to get the most attention. Second is going to get the second most attention, and so forth. And then that kind of changes as the 6 months go on. So the first, starting now in November of 2022 into April of 2023, my main focus financial goal to accomplish is going to be my home fund. I do already have money towards this, but my overall goal for this is to have $100,000 put aside for a down payment and whatever else comes with this major goal of mine in buying my dream home. So I want to be able to put $30,000 away between now and April of next year. And then so that's my number 1 goal because it's the most loftiest and it's the one I want to have completed the soonest. And then for investments, this is not including my 401k. So I realized by me maxing out my 401k, which is something I plan to do for next year and something that I'm doing for this year, and getting my max employer match, I am pretty much meeting the goal that my financial advisor has set for me to have to put towards my investment retirement accounts each year. So I'm doing much better than necessary. So in my mind, I'm thinking, well, if I continue to put more towards this, in addition to what the minimum is for me to retire early, then maybe I wouldn't have to put so much away down the line. So maybe I can go part-time even sooner, as long as I'm still able to at least put a certain amount towards my retirement. But I will be removing some of that burden earlier. So that's kind of where my mindset is. I want to put as much towards this as I can, towards my retirement accounts as I can in the next 18 months, so that after that it won't be such a hefty amount, and I can probably go part-time. So that's my goal. That's my goal for my investment in retirement. So I'll be trying to put away $15,000 between now and April of 2023. We'll see if I'm able to do it. And then shop and travel. This is just my fun account. It's a separate account from my checkings that I just put money aside. It's kind of like a sinking fund. It just helps me get that balance in my lifestyle and saving and being financially responsible. That's why I opened this account. So I plan to put only 2,000 there. I already have some money in this account, so I'm not like hurting for anything, but that's what I plan to do between now and April for my shop and travel account. I don't have any really big trips, vacations, or any desires or any big purchases I have in mind, so this should be fine for now. After that, from May 2023 to October of 2023, investing becomes number one. So I'm going to be I haven't decided how much yet, but I'll be putting quite a bit of money towards this. And then home fund will come second. And then shop and travel will be last. And then November 2023 to 2024, to April of 2024, investment will still be number one. And then shop and travel will now be second. Because I don't know what's going to happen after April. If I do go part-time, I'm not going to have a lot of extra funds. So I want to just make sure I have a decent amount in there to hold me over. And then home fund will be last. My two major goals that I've already mentioned is to get as close to financial independence as possible, and then to also purchase my dream home eventually. Just going to make sure everything is within shot. Perfect. And then how I want to accomplish this is to create a realistic budget, which is here, and then watch it closely because it's something that I don't do. I create budgets all the time and I revise them all the time. I'm a very indecisive person. So I think by creating this budget and holding myself accountable to creating these videos will keep me on track and keep me from falling off track and spending too much here or there, and then realizing, I don't have as much money as I should have had to put towards investments and savings and whatnot. And then minimize impulsive purchases. It's not just purchases, it's impulsive eating, because I feel like that's another area where if I'm at home and I'm bored, I will eat, and that means I have to go spend more money on food than I necessarily need to. So that's something that I'm also, in addition to not making impulsive purchases, I'm trying to watch my activity at home so that I'm not being impulsive in other ways that end up costing me more money. So that is my 18-month financial plan. It's pretty similar to my previous plan where I base everything around my age. It's still the same. I'm just breaking it down to 18 months because I want to make a major change by the end of that 18 months. So we can now move on to my paycheck, my second paycheck for November, which I will be getting on the 18th of November. Now, I'm not going to put how much my income is just because I don't think it's really that important, but because I also have a certain amount taken out of my paycheck right away, so it won't even be reflective of my true income. But if you can do the calculation and everything and figure it out based on what I'm going to be writing on the sheet today, so it's not really anything that I'm like keeping a secret. It's just not a big deal for me to put it on there. And then also my income right now is a little bit higher because I maxed out my Social Security tax maxed out back in August, so I don't have that deduction right now. I think it maxes out at 9,100 and something, and I maxed that out in August. Same thing with my California disability tax. That maxed out in August as well, so I don't have that deduction. So my income is a little higher, but also Medicare is not taking out the 1.45%. They're taking out 2.3. So that's gone up a little bit, but everything will reset in January, and I'll be getting Social Security will take out 6.2%, Medicare will take out 1.45%, and California Disability will take out 1.2% again. So it'll be back to that. But right now, it's the time of the year when my paychecks are bigger and I have more opportunity to save and do different things with my income. So with that said, let's get right into this budget. I'm going to try and not touch this table as much because it just shakes everything. So I apologize if that has been happening. It's probably going to happen now. So I'm just going to turn this to the side because it's how I write. And try and make sure you can still see everything. Okay. So this is a section for bills. So this would be what people will call fixed expenses. And down here I have variable expenses. So hold on one second. I just got to grab something. Okay, I just needed to get my work phone. I don't have like a cute fancy calculator like a lot of people have. I'm just going to use my work phone, so I'm going to calculate off camera. But anyway, so my mortgage, my part of the mortgage is $2,330. HOA, I'm going to budget $130. It is variable. It's not a set number, so it changes from month to month. And it's actually much lower than what we were told it was going to be. Comcast fluctuates just a little bit, but I'm going to say $254 for that one. Car insurance, and please don't laugh at me, I need to get this changed, is $180. I don't know why it's so much, but I need to look into that. Gym membership is $45, and I don't even know why I have this, but I think I was trying to watch this show on Epix called From, and I was obsessed with it, and I could not wait to see the other episodes. I thought it was going to go on Netflix, but it never did, so I ended up taking this subscription for $6, and I'm like, well, they're going to have a season 2, so I probably should just leave it. We'll see. I might get rid of it, but I'm not sure. So let me just add all of that together really quickly. Okay, so that's coming out to $29.45. Okay. And so moving on to variable expenses, it is for food. I've actually gone up on this because, let me put a $sign there. I'm realizing that I do spend more than what I allocate for food, and I just need to be realistic with my budget. So $250 for food. I'm gonna put $85 for gas because I do drive a lot. I have to go into work. I don't work from home. I actually have to drive and commute into work 4 times a week at least. So I pay a lot in gas. My car, this is a sinking fund. I put $40 towards car maintenance or whatever I need for the car. I put $40 a paycheck towards that, and it's worked out. I've been doing this for years and it works out great. And then this is like miscellaneous, like toiletries. Sometimes if I need to buy a clothing item or beauty items, it comes out of this. So this is separate from my shopping and fun account. This is for just like really like smaller miscellaneous purchases. It's also kind of serves as my buffer as well. It's kind of like a one-stop shop. So $200 there. So let me calculate this out really quick. $575. And let me just add all these together. So $575 plus $29.45 equals $35.20. Hopefully you can see that. 3520 is, ooh, miscalculation. Not what I have left. What I actually have left. That's how much that is. So let me just put 3520 here. And maybe I need to add an overall total here. There, and then remaining would be 2,500. So for this paycheck in particular, so I have this section over here that says savings and transfers. So I do all my transfers on Thursday before I get paid, because I just know then that I actually have, I don't need to spend any more money. No miscellaneous expenses are coming up. Like, it's safe to transfer this money wherever I'm transferring it. So on Thursday, that's when all this takes place. So I don't plan to put any of this towards investing, and I don't plan to put any of this towards shopping and travel. I plan to put it all towards my home fund, and it'll go into a high yield savings account if everything goes to plan. I never reconciled my November 1st paycheck, but I will do that. We'll be doing that on Thursday before I get paid Friday. I don't know if I'm going to actually do it on video, but because I don't even have a section for it in this notebook, but that's usually how I would do it. Okay, so next I have my bonus that I will be getting on Black Friday. How convenient. So let's see. I haven't even I thought about it, but I don't really know how I exactly want to use this money. So I'm just going to kind of just throw some stuff together on here. I estimate that I'll be getting about $8,000. It's not guaranteed. I honestly don't know what the outcomes are going to be, but we met our goals. And so I would assume that it'd be something close to this. I'm not sure. It could be a little bit less. It could be a little bit more. This is just an estimate based on the last bonus that I got, the one I got last year. So we have, of course, home fund is the main focus. Investing is next. And then shop and travel. And car repair. There's something I want to get fixed on my car, and I was going to use the bonus to do that. So let me just check my notes, see if there's anything else I was considering. So I was going to do, I only have one sinking fund, but I was considering doing a sinking fund for my HOA, but I kind of, since I've now added it into my budget, I don't think I will be doing that anymore. It's just too hard to keep track, but I do want to put a little bit of money aside for any like home repairs that may come up. So that's what this home stands for. So for car repair, I was told it was going to cost $2,000 to fix what I damaged one of my rear view mirrors when I was pulling out of the garage because I didn't give myself enough space. So that's great. It still works and it's fine. Like, I've been dealing with it for like almost a year now, but cosmetically it's bothering me, and they told me it would cost $2,000 to repair it. So it's been in the back of my mind. I want to fix it, so I'm hoping that I can do that with my bonus. And just hope I don't make that mistake again and damage it in the future. So my other, so let's see, I was gonna do 300 for home repairs. Mind you, I do have an emergency fund. Ooh, I'm doing that wrong. I'm so used to doing this a different way. Gotta pay attention. Okay, so 300 here. Shop and travel is getting 1,000, and then investment, home is getting 3,000. So 3, 4, 6,300. That means 1,700 will go to invest. So that's my plan for my bonus. Hopefully this is close to what I'm getting so that I don't have to make any changes. But what I wanted to do is just show you how I plan to track my home fund, my invest retirement account, coming contributions, and shop and travel. So I have this little section back here, and this would be like how I track my home fund. I have a little also coloring this end here. I just have to determine how much of 30,000 each of these are. Of course, this is 30,000, but hopefully you can see this. Okay, so I would just put the date here on when I did when I plan to do the transfer, or what paycheck it's from, and the estimated amount that I'm going to be transferring, actual transfer, and the new balance. So that's how I plan to track it. So I will do this. So this is for the 11/18 paycheck, and I'm doing 2,500, and then this is for the 11/25 bonus, and I'm transferring over 3,000. I'm leaving this one because it's going to be the 11/4 paycheck. I just don't remember how much I'm actually going to put here, so I'll have to just do that off camera. But once December 1st rolls around, which is the Thursday before we get paid, or I get paid, I will fill out the rest of this, and I will likely do that on camera and show you guys how I'm tracking everything, because I'll be doing my budget around the same time for the next paycheck as well. So that's how I plan to do this going forward. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you are budgeting, I'm wondering how you're planning and how you're doing things differently, or planning to do things differently for 2023, and how you are budgeting and tracking your finances and creating your goals. Have you switched it up, or are you keeping things the same? What works well for you, what doesn't? I'd love to hear back, because this is new for me. So if there's better ways to do this, I would love to hear from all of you. Again, thanks for watching, and have a great day. Bye.